Did you know that there is a very strong possibility that cocoa beans could become extinct within the next 3 decades? Cocoa beans are used to make chocolate, cocoa powder, and cocoa butter. These products are used worldwide in many ways, from chocolate bars to chocolate bonbons, for drinks, and in a vast array of baked products. It is alarming to think of a world without all of the products made from cocoa beans. The biggest impact on the potential extinction of the cocoa beans is climate change, which is significantly impacting those areas of the world where the cocoa beans are grown. According to the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, a 2.1 degrees Celsius rise in temperature over the next 3 decades could bring an end to the chocolate industry. A study has noted that due to climate change, only 10 to 11% of the plants that produce the cocoa beans will be usable in the future. What can be done to help address this issue and prevent the extinction of cocoa beans? The answer will never be easy, and nobody can stop this easily, but there are things that can be done, which we will share with you in this video. As individuals, we can increase our consumption of vegetables and fruit rather than meat and dairy, which have a significant impact on climate change. We can plant more trees and demand for every tree logged, a tree or more are planted to replace it, as the loss of trees and forest around the world have a big impact on climate change.
Cocoa Life is a cocoa sustainability program that is working to correct issues within the cocoa production industry that cocoa farmers are facing. That would include climate change, gender inequality, child labor, and poverty throughout. By choosing to work hand in hand with the men and women within industry that make their living from cocoa farming, they are focusing efforts on turning cocoa into a business of choice and not one you're forced into, as well as helping to create and empower the communities through education of forest conservation and restoration for better farming needs. They are also trying to increase transparency by connecting consumers with cocoa farmers and creating better understanding of the production of cocoa. They promote self-sustainability through building capacity in origins, choose respect of human rights, including child rights and the empowerment of women, as well as pursue the partnerships that create policy dialogue for greater impact. By 2022, Cocoa Life aims to have reached 200,000 farmers and 1 million community members. This will help to reach their goal of all Mondelez International's chocolates brands choosing to source directly from Cocoa Life by 2025. A recap of the progress is as follows. They have reached 188,043 cocoa farmers in 2,169 communities, as well as 68% of Mondelez International's chocolate was sourced through Cocoa Life as of December 2020. If this isn't a step in the right direction for the cocoa crisis, then I don't know what is. A huge shout out to Cocoa Life and all of the hard work and dedication they have put into education to correct the crisis we face.
The world fear that we might run out of chocolate in next 3 decades. World is enjoying chocolate in all different forms on different occasions, but on the other hand, it is alarming moment for all of us if chocolate really run out of in future. The biggest impact on this issue is climate change, and climate changing is affecting cocoa plant majorly in Africa. According to the US National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration in 2020, that 2.1 degrees Celsius rise in temperature over the next 3 decades could bring us to see the end of chocolate industry. The cocoa tree is getting affected due to humidity too. Cocoa plant flowers need heavy rainfall close to the equator, which they are not getting. A study noted that due to all this major affecting issue, only 11% plant will be usable in the future. The consumption of chocolates in the world is rising rapidly. However, demand is rising, but supply can't keep the track with demand. So now the question is that what we can do to prevent the cocoa plant extinction. The answer will never be easy, and no one can clearly this easily. But if it's really alarming us, then we should take some precaution to keep enjoying chocolates. As per me, I think scientists can come up with some green warehouse where they can control temperature for cocoa plant. But It's not gonna be easy, but they can try it. As per the Berkeley researchers came up with new gene editing technology to make an alteration DNA of cocoa plants. If they achieve this, the new gene crop will be able to survive in hotter climate too. In 2018, Dr. Brian, the institute science director, says it can take up to a decade to grow copies of gene-edited crop and test them under real-world growing conditions to see if they are in fact more resistant to disease than ordinary plants. On the other hand, as per me, I think they can put a limitation on selling or supplying the chocolate.
In United Kingdom, International Cocoa Quarantine Center has developed a site which maintains temperature to protect cocoa plants and supplies best quality cocoa worldwide. A famous confectionery production brand, Nestle, is also giving their best in the development of good cocoa and helping the farmers in various factors to save cocoa plant lives. The Nestle Cocoa Plan, alongside Rainforest Alliance certificate, permits to take more time to resolve these social and natural issues to make dependable cocoa inventory network. They are focused on obtain 100% of cocoa through the Nestle Cocoa Plan by 2025. Bunzo Cocoa College, which is located in Ghana, they have developed a specific course to provide education and training to farmers and nearby communities.